Hi family, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm OYOKO, but you could call me V. And in today's video, I will be sharing the most misquoted phrases in history because I've been guilty myself. I've been misinterpreting these phrases, these quotes myself. So I will provide you with a bit of context. I will provide you with some more information about the origin. I will give you the actual meaning, short version, long version. I will give you my initial interpretation and maybe a bit of my personal story here and there. So if this is something that you find interesting, then make sure to stick around. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you are new and you end up staying till the end, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to like the video. I appreciate you for clicking on this video. And if you are a returning viewer and you haven't subscribed yet, babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, come on. What are you doing now? What are you doing? Come on and support this channel. Support this channel. I've been consistent, Just saying. Anyway, let's start with the first phrase. Great minds think alike. So the proverb as we know it dates back to the 17th century, but it had a different version, I suppose, due to the English language. There were different words used to share the quote. So to my understanding, the quote came from Carl Theodor von Ulanski. The phrase was used in a biography that was published in 1816. And the title is, let me just grab my notes. So it was titled The Woeful History of the Unfortunate Eudoxia. But there was a philosopher and political theorist named Thomas Paine, and he invalidated the quote in his political pamphlet that was published in 1792, I believe. And let me just quote this guy. Also, the pamphlet was titled The Rights of a Man, and it was in 1792. So he said, and I quote, "I do not believe that any two men on what are called doctrinal points think alike who think at all. It is only those who have not thought that appear to agree." So I'm not sure if he's the reason why it has a longer version. I couldn't find that information, but in hindsight, I kind of agree with this quote. So after doing some research and thinking about his counter argument, great minds don't necessarily think alike. They think differently. They are not embraced immediately when they do share their ideas. They are laughed at. They are not taken seriously. They are ridiculed because the masses, the majority, does not see how their idea would materialize, how it could be scalable, how it can be profitable. So yeah, great minds in that sense do not think alike. But yeah, that's the full quote. Great minds think alike, though fools seldom differ. So do what you want with this information. So let's go to the next one. So the next one is blood is thicker than water. I've used the saying before. I've heard other people say it as well. And my initial interpretation was family bonds are stronger than the bonds that you create with your friends, with your co-workers, with anyone else. Is actually the exact opposite. So the original phrase or meaning is, and I will read it for you, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So that's the original meaning. And yeah, and some say that Henry Clay Trimble, who is an author or was an author and the guy that created the Sunday school movement, that he allegedly came up with blood is thicker than water in his book, The Blood Covenant, which was published in 1885. There are many sources on the internet. I've done a lot of reading and I actually ended up being confused because there was so much info. Other people were saying other things. So I'm going to share a few things that I read and you just do your own research and believe what you want to believe. Some say that the original meaning dates back to the 12th century, written in German, or that it dates back to the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire. Others claim that it first appeared in Scottish and Irish texts in the 1700s. I do urge you to do your own research if you want to know its specific origin. And if you think about it, especially looking at different cultures and rituals that are being practiced, blood is the most essential thing in the ritual. That is what is needed to create a bond. So kinship is not always actually kinship. Is you can build bigger, better, stronger connections outside of your family. It symbolized the warriors that were fighting side by side, going to war, being on the battlefield, being surrounded by bloodshed, causing bloodshed. That created a much stronger bond. So yeah, that's why blood brothers is an actual thing. So yeah, and I think there are different variations. I think in the Arab world, there are different stories surrounding this as well, where I've read somewhere that it said something about milk, that not being milk brothers are not stronger than blood brothers. That's what I found. But yeah, I do urge you to do your own research and check what you can find. But that is the actual quote. So I will read it again. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So the next one is jack of all trades. And I've spoken about this in my multi-potentialite video. If you haven't seen it yet, then go and check it out. I explain what a multi-potentialite is and that I identify with multi-potentiality. So the full saying is, jack of all trades, but a master of none is often better than a master of one. It was quite hard to find information on where it actually originated from and who actually came up with the phrase. The master of none part was added in 1721, but the full phrase wasn't really used before the 21st century. So I couldn't really find lots of information about that. So initially it was used as a compliment, and then later on, when the second part was added on, it was kind of a backhanded compliment, but that's just me when people say that. But essentially the actual meaning is that people that are jack of all trades are versatile, they are proficient in many disciplines, they are generalists, and that should be celebrated. So it's actually good to have multiple skills in different arenas. And if you are a jack of all trades, or if someone says that to you, then see it as a compliment. It is really a compliment. I think it has just this bitter taste when people say, oh, a master of none, suggesting that you don't have enough information or skill. That isn't necessarily true. You can have enough skill in one arena and then move on. If you really want to become a specialist, then yeah, you need to immerse yourself and really focus on that particular sector or a particular skill or hobby or whatever it is. But I do see it as a compliment now when I hear the full phrase. Yeah, so let's go to the next one. So this one is curiosity killed the cat. And the full version is curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. The actual phrase, or the first part, appeared in 1868 in a Irish newspaper. I don't remember the name. I should have checked. If I can find it, I will let you know, or I'll put it somewhere. And later on, the second part, so satisfaction brought it back, was added in the 1900s. Could not find the specific source, unfortunately. It took me a while to actually find out that it appeared in newspapers somewhere in the 1860s. So yeah, if you want to know exactly where it first appeared, or who came up with the phrase, then yeah, best of luck to you. Do the research, but it was quite hard to find. But essentially it means that asking too many questions or being too curious could get you killed or get you into lots of trouble or, you know, problems. And later, when the second part was brought into the equation, it suggested that asking too many questions is not a bad thing. Asking too many questions will feed your curiosity, really. It will feed it back. In conclusion, the cat was used in this saying because cats have 9 lives, allegedly. You know, it's a myth, but that's what that's why it is used. For some reason, they always survive strange accidents. They always you know, land on their feet. They always walk away from situations where other animals might have died in. So that's the reason why the cat is in there. And yeah, keep feeling your curiosity. So the last one is, money is the root of all evil. I mean, I've heard the phrase money is the root of all evil, and it is a biblical saying. However, I've never blamed money as the problem. It was more the desire that people have that led to them making very poor decisions that became the problem. So I don't necessarily see money as evil. I see it more as people that are greedy. Your greediness, your uncontrollable desire to hoard and to be possessive is evil in a way, is the problem, not money itself. It actually says the love of money is the root of all evil. So it's really a reminder or a warning not to be greedy and not to be consumed by what money can provide or what money is associated with. So in the first quote, it seems that money is the problem. Basically, it just strips away the accountability of people. People should be responsible and need to be held accountable for their actions, even if it is driven by money. If the act ends up being evil, or if the act is evil, the way that we satiate ourselves, that needs to be looked at, and see if what we do, the choices that we make, the decisions that we make, if that is causing harm to ourselves or others, and if it's evil or not. Okay, so this is the end of the video. I have to wrap it up because I'm starving. I'm starving. You probably are hearing my belly rumble, so I have to stop filming. I hope it wasn't too messy. I hope that you got something out of it and that you maybe learned something new. If there are any phrases, quotes, sayings that you think the general public has misconstrued or misinterpreted, let me know. I would love to know the actual meaning, and I'll definitely do some more research. Obviously, the quotes that I've shared today, do your own research if you want to know more about it, where it originated from, if you know who actually came up with these phrases. It was quite hard to find a few of them. So yeah, let me know what you think regardless. And yeah, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button, support this channel. And I hope to see you in the next video. So I hope you are well. I hope you go well. I hope you stay well. And I will see you in the next video. DEUCES.